because I was involved in the very first meeting. He said, but what I want to do is I want to bring some attention to motor neurone. He said, that's all I want. He said, I don't want any money. I don't want anything else. I just want to bring attention to this disease. And I jokingly said to him and Bill, I said, that's a very Melbourne way of thinking. I said, at Collingwood, we only do things with money involved. MND around the world had that ice bucket where you tipped it over your head. And I said to him, all right, okay, why don't we do this? Why don't we get your mob to walk over from Olympic Park, and we'll get our mob to walk over from Olympic Park, and you bring your 12 premierships, because people have forgotten you've actually won 12. At that stage, the last one was 1964, before I was born. I said, we'll bring our 15 we had at that stage, and we'll walk across. And what we can do is, around the outside of the MCG, everyone can buy an opportunity to get a poncho and get a premiership cup, get a photo, pour it on your head. To see Neil in that first instance, and then the back and forth, and then it developed into, we're going to have an ice slide. And I've never told anyone this, but the original idea was to have an auction, and the 4 people that are going to auction to make slide into the MCG were me, Sam Newman, Andrew Demetriou, who was CEO, and Caroline Wilson. All the way through, Neil was up for it. You know, the story that he wanted bandanas because he's a tight ass. And Beck said, no, beanies. And then he wanted to buy 2,000 beanies for the first game. And we joked. I said, well, we'll sell that at training. Mm-hmm. And they brought them out. We sold them at training in the build-up to the Queen's birthday game, and so did Melbourne. And then it took off from there. And then the next year I think they got 15,000, and now they've probably got, I don't know, 100,000.